We could still see a decent number for the fourth quarter. We have growth at 5.5%. Strong, I guess, household consumption still expected to do the heavy lifting. Government spending, as noted by fiscal authorities, is expected to also boost growth. On the flip side, we are likely to see sort of a negative or a dampening effect from capital formation or in the investment outlays, given where interest rates are right now. And lastly, sort of the wild card for the third quarter number, net exports, which delivered a whopping 1.6 percentage points of that 5.9% points in the third quarter. It's not expected to be there in the fourth quarter. So that might actually subtract in terms of growth momentum for the fourth quarter. So yeah, all in all, 5.5% for the fourth quarter. That should actually take us to 5.5% for the full year. So short of a government target, but still good considering the external environment.
All right, and on to 2024. What is your forecast? What are you looking out for? I do have some notes here from your bank. You are, of course, still looking at a lot of upside risks, a lot from both the supply side and the demand side. Can you parse us through that?
Well, for growth, we are expecting, we did do some revisions recently as we just start the year, but growth is still expected to be decent, below 6% again, but once again, 5.4, 5.5% isn't anything to sneeze at in this environment. Household spending has been extremely resilient, even in the face of high inflation, high interest rates. I guess, the consumer is just trying to make up for lost time after all the years in lockdown. One thing I'm increasingly worried about is capital formation. We've been underinvesting. Investments have been weak. In fact, the third quarter numbers were negative, largely because interest rates are so high. And then this is just an offshoot. This is an intended consequence of interest rate hikes. It attempts to slow down capital formation so that it slows overall economic activity. So that's one thing we're going to have to look out for. In fact, the BSP is saying that the brunt of those rate hikes will kick in this year. So I'm expecting growth to sort of be capped by slowing or benign capital formation. But once again, given the geopolitical concerns out there, likely still subdued trade environment, growing by 5.5, 5.4% isn't anything to sneeze at. So still a good year for us this year, but not likely to hit government's target again.